Here's an update on the Olivers. Now, the last video I made on this parts tractor here was the steering wheels here were cranked all the way hard right, and I couldn't get them to steer because the steering box was frozen. Well, I went and replaced it. So here's the old steering box. Now, why the top of it's cut off, let me explain. This tractor has been, it's got to be one of the most neglected, cobbed up machines that I've seen in a long time. I know there's machines out there that are cobbed up and neglected worse, but let me give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. As you can see, the bolt is missing from this clamp. Oh, let's just weld it on to the spindle. Let's see. Oh, there's more. There's a lot more cob job welds on this tractor. They're all over it. But this is just like, what were they thinking? And it's like that on both sides. Bolt is missing, welded to the spindle. Well, they actually had the steering wheel welded to the top of the shaft. They didn't put the nut on there like they're, we'll just weld it on. Like, whoever owned this was obsessed with doing cob job welds. I mean, they weren't even good. So here's the problem with this steering box. Water got in around the steering wheel because when they welded the steering wheel to the shaft, they probably melted the seal and blew out the box over some winter when it was sitting outside. So that steering box is shot. Now this tractor, it's quite a job because you got to pull the gas tank off, the hood off, the dash off, all the wiring to get to the steering box. And the steering box is also your clutch cover. Now you say, why are you crazy enough to put a new steering box in a parts tractor? Well, this is the parts tractor that's not really ready to die. The PTO clutch is out of it, so the PTO doesn't work. And I mean the PTO clutch is out of it, like there's parts like sitting in there. The 3-point hitch is supposed to work, but there's a linkage or something inside the rear end that's stuck. So the rear hydraulics currently don't work. Transmission shifts into all the gears. Clutch seems to work. Brakes seem to work. Back tires are both brand new. Front tires are shot. One of them doesn't even have any air in it. Front wheel bearings are, no, they're pretty wobbly. But it runs. And it actually runs good, believe it or not. So I might just use it for towing around trailers with firewood or something. We'll see. I gotta get this tire to take air and get back on the beat again. But it steers, which is fantastic, so now I can move it around. So yeah, that's kind of a work in progress, and I've got to get all I need to make this tractor move again is a steering wheel, which I'm going to replace the steering wheel on this, so I'll take this wheel and put it on here. And I need a load jet for the carburetor because it's messed up on this one. That's it. This machine's running. I took the good exhaust manifold off of this tractor and I put it on this tractor in an attempt to make it quieter. Well, that's all fine and dandy. Well, then this tractor ran like crap, so I had to take the manifolds off of this and clean up the intake manifold better. And well, now there's a gasket that goes between the two manifolds. Your exhaust manifold bolts to your intake manifold, and there's like a preheater chamber that warms the air going down the tube into the carburetor. Well, that gasket's missing currently because I didn't have it in the box, so I need to order that. But this is running very well. I took the stack off of it and just turned the muffler down because water was getting into the muffler. It just didn't seal very good around where it elbowed down into the muffler. Here, we'll idle it down a little bit more. sometimes the charging system works on this, sometimes the charging system doesn't. The power steering pump leaks so much oil onto that generator that it fouls up the brushes in the generator, so it's got its fair share of problems. Transmission is still leaking oil into the clutch housing, which causes problems shifting once you get it warmer because the clutch doesn't want to release fully. So that's kind of a problem. Today it was actually working pretty good. Here's my homemade weight box full of cobblestones, and it's working out awesome. My John Deere front loader over there will not lift this. So this has got to be, well, that loader there will lift 800 to 1,000 pounds, and it won't lift this. So it's got to be 1,000 pounds or better. I'm not sure. So here we are idling. That there is a very strong hydraulic system, wouldn't you say? That's about 1,000 pounds, give or take. The engine's only just idling, and it lifts it up effortlessly. This tractor's got a very, very strong 3-point hitch. Now, it will settle down and it will self-correct, and I guess that's just the way these hydraulic systems work. Furthermore, I can take the loader and I can lift the front end right up off the ground at idle, effortlessly. I mean, that's sitting at low idle right now, and now I can set it right back down. That's at idle, so I mean, this is a great little tractor. Fucking full of mud. And it does have a float position that works. So let me show you the issue with the power steering pump. The power steering pump is up, there it is, right there, right above the generator. So it shoots oil out around the shaft seal, which flows oil all over the whole side of the engine here. Here's your voltage regulator right there. So everything gets all covered with oil, and then nothing wants to work right for the charging system. So, all right, we'll set this back down. Yeah, that's got some weight to it, don't it? And somewhere there's like little levers and shit that work something on the rear end, I'm not sure what. It does have draft control, it does have a live PTO, which does work very well on this hauler. Very, very nice running tractor. So, don't be hating your Olivers, they're alright.